Okay, folks, today we're going to talk about one of the operational modes of the robot, specifically the one that uses the remote console. Using the remote console gives us access to all 8 of the servo motors of the robot. But before we can get into the operation of the remote console, we need to home this robot. And in order to do that, we reset it and hit the home button. If you don't hit the home button first before you get into the remote console, you'll get an error message saying the robot is not homed. Homing allows the robot to initialize each one of the servo systems that has limits and helps the robot keep from tearing itself apart. So it's crucial that you do the homing. It's going through it now, testing the arm, there you go, and the wrist now. It already finished the gripper. The waist will get checked now. Okay, it's done. So we've got a clean bill of health, no error messages so on the screen. What I'm going to do now is put the robot into basic mode, and I do that by hitting remote basic. Okay, I'm going to move over to the console now. Okay, at the remote console, we're going to now turn it on, put it in remote, delay 1. It's now talking to the robot over the RF link. Told us what the free memory was, and I have an OK. That further verifies the home process finished without any errors. We want to now put it into the teach mode. T-E-A-C-H. Return. Entering the remote mode. Okay, you now have control of the robot with the remote console over the RF link. There are 3 different screens you have to look at to get to all 8 of the servo motors. The screen's not big enough to display everything they wanted to display. So we have to go through these 3 different modes. The default mode that it comes up in is the body mode. And in the body mode, you can go forward, backwards, and turn. Forward, backwards here, and turn here. They also throw in the torso, which rotates the body relative to the base. If we go into the arm mode, you can control the shoulder and the elbow. Shoulder, up, down, elbow, up, down, and torso again is around that way. If you go into the hand mode, you get access to the wrist, which gives you the up, down of the wrist and the rotate of the wrist. The gripper has 2 modes in basic, and you only can access one of them via the remote console. You can open the gripper and you can close the gripper. In basic, though, there's 2 different commands. One is a numeric procedure that you just give it a number and it opens to a specific distance. The other one is pressure based. You give it a number and it it actually grips at a different pressure and opens with a different force. But now that we've got it in the teach mode, I will go ahead and take it out on the floor. Okay, folks, let's drive this guy around. All right, the first thing we're going to do is make sure it's still in body mode. And we're going to go forward. And we'll turn it a little right. And let's speed it up a little bit. Slow it back down. Turn it right. Okay, let's try a little torso. Let's see. Speed that torso up. Slow that torso back down. Turn it back around here. Okay. Now let's play with the arm. Let's see if we can get the arm sticking out a little bit. We'll speed it up. There we go. Okay, I did both the elbow and the shoulder at the same time. elbow, shoulder. Okay, now I'm going to play with the, going to put it in hand mode. Going to slow it back down. We're going to try the wrist. That would be over here. Let's rotate it this way, rotate it back, and I'm going to leave it this way. Now we're going to lift it up. Okay, now we can see the gripper pretty good. Let's open the gripper. Okay, close the gripper. Okay, we've now shown all 8 motors. We just did the gripper, and we rotated and we lifted the wrist. We did the elbow and the shoulder and the waist or torso. I'm sorry, the waist. And then we did the 2 base motors as well. So that's all 8 motors. Okay, that's it for the remote console control.